closes over 21, I think the pros continue to sell. It's interesting because one of you wrote me on my YouTube channel and said, you know, your technique's about herd mentality. You couldn't be more right. I give you the credit because that's what a trend is. What do you think of momentum play when you hear it in the marketplace and you're hearing it on that? You want to be with the herd. You don't want to be fighting the herd. You want to be right with it. If the herd's coming at you, they're going over you. You're not going to survive that. And that's the idea. And when you lose it, you want out of the idea. So when the person said it, I give him credit. He understood exactly what a lot of techniques do. A lot of techniques are not looking to be contra-trend and all that. The winning ideas are generally trend-following ideas. The question is, what's the trend and how do you get on board it? In XLF, lower highs, lower lows. You see how the market is just drifting right here. Pattern down, bias down, still not a friendly market. XLI still in the bear play, oversold. So we have so many markets that have bearish embedded readings. What happens? Two things. If you lose them in the early part of 2025, I'm talking the first week or two, well, that means you probably get a short covering rally. Okay, and we've had pressure at the end of the year. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. You know, I'm just giving you a guess. You lost the bearish reading in XLE. I'm looking for the 18-day average, the red line, and price to come together now. In the gold market, you're oversold. You keep hanging in at the 100-day average, void of any play that I see there. In the silver market, still bearish. Oversold though, could drift lower, but not a clean trend trade per se. Yes, all the bias is down. This was where the market turned bearish, but it started hanging on to the 200-day average, and now you got a higher high, lower low. We can all see it's coming down. That doesn't take a genius, and my work isn't saying to buy it. That, you know, when you're under the 18-day average, if you're a trend type trader, that's not what you're doing, but it's also not saying go short. Copper, I remain in the bear camp as long as China's going to stay bearish. Bearish in the sense they don't pull the plug and scare the heck out of the market where they're really doing something that's going to turn the game. Be careful. They came out with sales number and the papers in China were trying to make it sound good because home sales didn't decline. I think that's great. Of course, they're still down 20-some-odd% from the previous month. They just matched the number. That isn't a good number. But again, if you run state media, you can put a positive spin on anything you want, and they're masters at that. As you can see, the market's still coming down. Embedded reading, to me, it's still a bearish play. You tried today, like the Dickens, to hold on in the bonds and TLT, BND and TLT, and you ended up coming down here, and that's still bearish. UUP, I've been watching it. I don't understand why the market's not trying to fill that gap. The futures keep going for higher highs. You're not picking that up right here. And FXE, again, came down hard as the dollar gained today. So you put this all together, you get a game plan. My game plan is let's hope that we can make something positive out of 2025 again. That is what I work for. That's what I try to do. But I go into it and I say to myself, I don't think you're going to get double-digit gains 3 years in a row. Could it happen? Absolutely. The odds of it, though, aren't the best. That's the way that I would approach the market this year, which means I alter some of my strategy saying, what am I looking for and how long? No, I don't think the bull market is over. That isn't what I'm telling you at all, not in any manner. I just don't think it'll be as strong a market because of how high the PEs are. To gain another 20%, where's the leadership going to come? A lot of you think it'll be in the Russell. We'll find out. It might be, but in order for that to happen, interest rates have to fall. And if they don't fall, it's not coming out of the Russell, in my opinion. I'm Ira Epstein, wishing one and all a Happy New Year. Take advantage of the sale we have. You just move your cursor up there or go to iraepstein.com. You have a great New Year, and I'll see you next year, Thursday morning, right here. You take care.